Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, voice cracking.
Yep.
And toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. I had to say it before he did.
Yo, Joe!
I forgot to warm it up a little bit.
If this is warm it up for you?
No, if this is your first time listening to or watching the show on YouTube, dudes and dudettes, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you being here. There's a lot of things in the world to have your attention, and we appreciate you giving a little bit to us. That's awesome. But You'll also learn soon enough that we are not toy experts. We're just enthusiasts, so we're going to get some details wrong. What now?
We're kind of dumb.
Spoody's kind of an expert, though, and Elgin's kind of an expert. Like, that side of the table is more expert than this side of the table.
Hey, you're right. You're so right.
Laugh into the microphone, please, if you're going to laugh.
Don't. He's nervous, okay?
I just Google faster than Jason.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's introduce this band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Keaney.
Hey, guys. Thanks for listening.
Jerk. On vocals and lead guitar, and a true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
Hi, I'm Elgin, and I like to party.
Wait, I like to party, too.
No, me too. Next,
wait, guys, only one of us can like to party.
Oh.
Okay.
And I like to party.
But
you can tell by the way he points at the camera.
I was here first.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spoody.
I don't really like the party.
And on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. That's what they call me. And I'm here to share my love of Transformers and
partying.
Everything
It's
awesome
not the only
like
thing we call you.
Partying. Hey, that's probably true.
That's true. That's not what we call you.
And back in the van, all the way from Angel Grove, California, he's our brown Power Ranger. It's Eddie.
Brown. That's the grossest color. I want to be the Brown Ranger.
Oh. Hey, Eddie. Welcome back. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Thanks for having me here.
Well, hey, why don't you tell, if you guys didn't meet Eddie on the past episode, why don't you tell everyone about yourself and the kind of the toys you like to collect?
Well, I like to collect Transformers,
Cool.
Voltron, Hot Wheels, Ninja Turtles,
Notches on his belt.
notches on my belt,
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Of course.
Not brown ones.
Not Brown
apparently.
Rangers. Shit Ranger, what an asshole.
That's what you do at the toilet. I'm taking the Brown Ranger to the pool.
But
Cool.
I like to collect just about anything. I like everything.
And you seem to do it reluctantly. You're like, I don't do this. And then you came to the show last weekend, you're like, I'm not buying nothing. And then he went and bought like tons of things.
It hasn't stopped either.
Yeah.
These are all three new
Oh my
since the
God.
last time I've been here. And I got more turtles and more other stuff. And
Your microphone just fell off.
Yeah, that was cool,
was
right?
Weird.
It gave up.
Well, dudes, guess what? BBTS.
Yes.
What's that stand for, Corey?
Big Balls Tuesday sale.
Wrong.
20% off?
Still wrong. Still wrong. Big Bad Toy Store. It's a really cool place. And they're our sponsor, or they were until all that. But next time you go to BBTS, use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com.
See, it's not that easy to do, is it?
And it takes you to the Big Bad Toy Store that you know and love. It's a cool place, and using our affiliate link lets them know that we sent you there. And so edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com.
Have you done that yet, Eddie?
yeah, I didn't actually. I told Tara too because that's where she
Nice.
orders my stuff from.
Nice.
The heroic Autobots defend their home world of Cybertron from the evil Decepticons. Both factions are seething with anger, and that hatred has blinded them to a hideous menace headed their way.
Oh, no.
Today we're...
Oh, no.
I know, it's scary, right? But we're going to talk about the 1986 Transformers, the movie, today.
Sweet.
And that's exciting. Kind of finishes up our movie watching
Trilogy.
of the things we
Watching.
like. Anyway, watching.
Does it?
Well,
I mean, there's Star Wars cartoons,
Yeah,
right? But I'm not going to watch those.
yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about Star Wars.
The
I might
Christmas
watch that
special.
later. Oh, yeah, we could do the Christmas special.
That was terrible.
That's why we should do it.
Yeah.
Star Wars
Oh,
Christmas
God.
special.
Yeah.
We're also going to visit a toy store that's really cool. Yeah.
Are we?
Well, it has a really cool name, and I can't wait to hear all about it. And that's going to happen later. You can also follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon at Cracktastic Plastic. But all those cool links are found at cracktasticplastic.com. That's our website. Everything you want, it's right there. Go find it. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other sponsor, toyhacks.com.
Ooh.
I know, right? For all your repro label needs, they have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry for your toys. They got stickers galore.
I thought they're called decals.
They also have those there, too.
Sweet.
Corey likes to tell you about our caption contest as well.
We have one. Do it.
See? He's good at that.
I won one.
Yeah,
You
Eddie
totally
won one
did.
once. Have you used your $5 coupon
Yeah.
yet? Nice.
Funny story. I looked at Studio Series 86 jazz stickers for 20 minutes just to realize that they were out of stock when I went to go put them.
Oh, gosh, dang it.
Ha ha, you dick. Yeah, caption contest every week. Every month. There's always some sort of picture and do a caption and get a coupon that you can use at Toy Hacks for $5 off any and every purchase. One time.
Do it. But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, let's start with our special guest today. Eddie, what did
Special
you bring?
Ed.
What did I bring?
Oh, it really is.
I brought some more KOs.
Oh,
A
cool.
lot more KOs.
More codes.
Those
More
toys.
KOs. I brought KO Masterpiece Jazz. I'll just pass him around.
Wait, wow.
You know what? He was only $50. I could buy another one of those.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. Humble brag.
Jeez.
He was
I'm saying
only
I wouldn't have to spend
$1,000.
$100 on it.
Oh, right. 50. Okay. Because that's
Masterpiece
cheap.
Ratchet, which is also a KO. And then I got Masterpiece Optimus, which is also
A KO.
a KO.
That stands for
had-
knockoff.
He's actually got a Matrix in
So
his
it's
chest,
not
too.
Chris Offerston?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right before you sent me a picture of your shelf, I was literally
Shelf.
thinking to myself, I hadn't really seen a movie line shelf in a while. You know, like there hasn't been, and I'm like, because I bet they do. Even though the movie toys, there's, you know, we all have opinions about that, but like, I still wanted to like see them all together. Because and like I thought when I saw your picture of your movie toy shelf, I was like, well, they really do kind of look pretty awesome together, right?
And that's why I was like, I'm just going to get the 5 masterpieces. Then I'm
Optimus, you're
These are
awesome.
like pretty hefty,
yeah, that guy's got
like
some weight to him.
The
heavy
Optimus
duty.
is
Like
even heavier, I think.
Spoody wants to play.
And
with
if you
this
look
guy,
at
doesn't he?
if you look at the paint jobs on the originals, these are 10 times better than the paint jobs on the actual like legit.
well, why
figures.
wouldn't they be?
Well, because they're cheaper.
They're maybe less expensive, but they feel like any of the other like not I don't know the legit ones that I don't know. I don't think they feel cheaper, but they definitely don't feel any better than this. Like this feels good and solid, and
Yeah.
Spoody probably knows more about it than I do. He probably has all those actual masterpieces somewhere.
I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't really do a lot of masterpiece over here.
Is it because they're so expensive?
Yeah,
I love these things. That's why I buy the knockoffs.
yeah.
So
the
what?
same-
So that Optimus, if you bought the actual masterpiece one, what would the price be versus that?
I think the last time I saw him, he was going for like $136, and I got this for, and that was like on top, like with shipping.
Sure.
So it'd be like 140 after shipping and tax.
Sure.
I got him for $100 shipped, and then
So, was that like what the retail price is on the actual one?
Yeah.
Or that's like
Yeah.
third? That's like okay.
and
That's
like
not
all this
scalper
silver
prices.
detail, like all the silver paint you see on him, like in the original one, like the legit one is all black. It's just like
Oh yeah, it looks way better in silver.
yeah, and like this Jazz has a blue visor, which Jazz has always had a blue visor, but for some reason the official has a clear visor. So, why would-
Dumb.
so yeah, KOs. That's what I buy.
Okay.
No, it's awesome.
All right, pro tip from our guest Special Ed.
Brown Ranger Special Ed, thanks, man. I'm not gonna listen to you guys ever again
Until the next episode.
until the next episode.
All right, Corey, what do you got?
I got cool stuff.
We'll see about that.
All right, last weekend, I went to Assembly Required Joe Convention in Des Moines, and it was cool. I was surprised because it wasn't as big as Cracktastic Plasticon,
Got that right.
Yeah.
but
That's right.
Ron Rudat was there. Which, if you don't know who that is in Listenerville, Ron Rudat is he was the main G.I. Joe character designer from 82 to, I don't remember if it's 86 or 87, but he's responsible for like, there's a lot of people that strictly collect 82 to 86, and that's all Ron Rudat. Like he designed all those characters.
Cool.
And so I got to meet him. I bought a print, and he signed it for me and stuff. While I was there, I found these guys. I already had this guy, the Shockwave bat, but I found the Soundwave bat. And the Shockwave bat, I bought another one because when he came out from Black Major, there were two different chest decals, one Decepticon and then one with like the shape of like the gun tip on the original Shockwave. So here they are, the Shock Bat and the Sound Bat, and I found those. A dude was selling them for $30 a piece, and like they're never less than 50, and usually closer to like $80. And the Sound Bat, like I see him come up for sale maybe once a year on eBay, and he's usually like really expensive. And it's been like a year and a half, maybe 2 years since I've actually seen one for sale. And just seeing that one for $30 on the table, I was just like, mine?
Buy it.
Yoink.
And yeah, so I got him and I stuck him in my Mega Hiss because I felt like Soundwave would be a better driver for Mega Hiss than Baroness.
Yeah.
It just
You're right.
seems way more thing.
I have no Joes and I want those.
I
They're
know,
awesome.
right?
I'm like, oh,
Especially
bad,
that
man.
Soundwave.
Sound
Yeah,
like really.
the Soundwave looks badass,
Yeah.
and I'm just like super, especially with like the tape decal
Yes.
where on the chest plate and stuff. I'm like I was super excited. I about peed my pants. Like I walked around the place probably 6 times, and then I was just like, I did one of those things where you're walking and there's like your head stops and your body keeps going. You're like, oh, and I just,
Dude, $30.
I'm super excited. Yeah, I
would've
got
got
both
that.
of them for less than what it would have cost me to buy the Soundwave.
Damn.
Like, I
And-
actually want these.
I know, right?
Cool. They look
freaking-
awesome on the shelf, and
Need to give him the gun hand because Shockwave had a gun hand,
yeah, oh, it's in there.
not this claw hand.
Yeah, fix that.
Yeah, would you?
Here is my retro Stinger, and the driver is in there. This is the first time that one of these. Maybe I'll take them out the other door. This is the first time that one of these has come without a carded figure. So this, I haven't opened any of my O-ring retro figures. So this is the first O-ring retro figure that I've actually like touched and had hands on and played with. And other than the common complaint that everyone has made about the knees not bending, which it's that way, it's pretty cool. And the only real difference between the retro one that just came out, and this is an original with only 3 of the missiles because I accidentally broke one. Let me get the Stinger driver out, the vintage Stinger driver out. Come here. I'm gonna tear your fucking arm off. Nope. Gonna go out you're going to have to crawl out the passenger door, too. This is taking a really long time. Anyway, the only real difference, other than like the quality of the plastic and stuff, is the colors. And the colors of the new one are the actual Sunbow colors. Like, that's what it looked like in the cartoon.
That's rad.
So I got 2 of them. I opened the first one. I was going to leave one boxed, and then the one that I opened didn't have its steering wheel. I was like, well, shit. So then I opened the second one, and it did have. So I need to call Hasbro customer service and say, what the fuck?
And then, say?
Oh, I haven't done it yet, but they're gonna tell me, oh, we don't keep those parts, but we'll send you something free. And then, hold on, this is the thing I'm most excited about.
Okay, what is it?
I'm fucking excited about this.
Me too now.
I was on the internet. I went onto the internet.
Just like the kids do.
And I was hunting around for 1/18 scale sorts of things, for things that weren't necessarily G.I. Joe, but were the right scale that would fit into my collection, that I think would be cool, that would kind of hit that boner for me. And I found on GameStop
You got it.
for 50% off, so for the low price of, it was like $18, like 20 something after $24 after shipping. The DeLorean time machine.
Oh, that's rad.
It comes with a bunch of other, like it's got Doc and
Some figs.
Yeah, it's got Doc and Marty and
Einstein.
And then there's like, I haven't stickered it up, but there's the briefcase and the plutonium and the skateboard and the camcorder and the hook that goes in the back.
But dude, this makes sense that he'll just appear in the world of. Oh man, it's so fucking
It's
awesome.
The doors open, it's they paid attention to some detail on this, like even like the original DeLorean. Like you can see the tires on the back are a little bigger than the tires on the front, and that's the way it was in the movie too. And like they paid attention to those details. You can see that I cut holes out inside the cab so that G.I. Joe's legs would. That doesn't. That you don't need to take that out. That's you can push the button, and there you go.
Oh,
yeah, it lights up. And the flux capacitor lights up.
It's fluxing.
God damn.
Yeah. So there's a dude that did like he did like LED. I don't know. I found a video on YouTube of a guy that upgraded his so that the lights go all the way down the back, and like he did like different cables and stuff. But it's awesome. I freaking love this thing, and it was $18. And I mean, they're sold out now. It's normally you can still get it anywhere else, but it's $35.
Yeah,
which is fine, and I may have paid that for it, but. Yeah, GameStop was clearancing him at $18, and I was just like, "Fuck yes!" And I'm probably more excited than I should be about it. But like,
pretty awesome. It's
We
pretty
can
awesome.
tell.
the idea that like this guy standing next to a G.I. Joe guy standing next to the DeLorean, like actually
Makes
You
sense.
literally did cut
In
holes.
scale.
I did. And the sad thing is that like they're still a little too tall in the torso, so you can't. Oh, maybe you can with him,
Oh, he's in there.
but like,
He's in there now.
some of them that I've
His hands
stuck
on the
in
wheel.
there.
Push hard enough.
His hands are too small for the wheel.
Yeah.
Though. You just gotta fake
Oh
it.
yeah, so he'll actually fit with the
gotta
door
fake it.
closed. So some of them that I've tried in there, they're too tall.
How
It's
cool
the
is
it's
that?
the plutonium, uranium, whatever.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
So yeah, just being able to see a GI Joe in a DeLorean for me is like,
get you giddy.
yeah, hey, there's a piece.
You
that
should
was
paint it up as like a Joe car.
I should, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, and then yeah, like it flashes, and then like, yeah, like you do this and it flashes, or you do that and it stays on, or yeah,
Sweet.
that's all I brought to show. I
Awesome.
brought stuff for other people to play with, like 'cause Eddie hadn't played with my hiss yet, and he
I'm
hadn't
gonna
played
play
with.
with this later.
But yeah, I'm super. This is so cool. I'm fucking excited
Yeah,
about this.
super. Yeah. Yeah.
We're not, when Elgin finds stuff in scale, we know it's
exactly.
awesome. It's awesome crossing over.
Yeah,
Yep.
here's the box. Show the box. And there's the. Yeah, the artwork's cool too. It's a cool box. It's Playmobil, so it's got the dumb Playmobil figures, but who cares?
I love the fact that it comes with the plutonium in like
Yeah.
a little case.
And the
That's
case,
awesome.
and it's the decals for the case to sticker it up exactly like the movie, and the video camera, like it's. Yeah. Anyway,
All-
that's it.
All right, Elgin, what do you got over there, pal?
Oh, a bunch of stuff like
Yeah.
usual. Well, I'll start off with the stuff that I got from Cracktastic Plasticon. a few
Which I
weeks
hear
back.
is bigger than G.I. Joe
I heard.
convention.
I just
I'm
heard
saying,
that.
which is pretty cool.
Most of the stuff I got from Chad Foster from Grayskull Gifts. So I'll start off with those. One of them was this wrestler from the AWA. It's Baron von Raschke, the Claw Master.
Oh, look at
So
that.
that's why he has his little hand out like that.
Hi, guys.
Hi guys. And then I also it was actually a 2-pack with originally it was a 2-pack with Rick Martel,
Stupid head.
who was also a wrestler. But I immediately turned him into Savage Rick Martel
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
with the cape from Ultimate Warrior, the second version of Ultimate Warrior, and then Savage He-Man's.
Does he?
Spear.
Does he look a little like Lou Diamond Phillips?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does, actually. That's...
Rick,
maybe
Rick
if-
the Model Martel was
Yeah,
his nickname.
like maybe if Lou Diamond Phillips and Ralph Macchio had a love child.
Yeah. Anyway, those were originally like so I got both those for like $5 each.
That's
Did you
awesome.
say Flu Diamond Phillips?
Maybe.
He has the flu. But they're so they sold them as a 2-pack. Those are Remco figures, and you could get them originally as in a 2-pack, and they were like, I think I looked them up individually. They're like $20 a piece
Hell
with
yeah.
like loose like that. So, and then I also got this
Oh.
vintage King Randor. With his crown, just missing his armor, which is basically Jitsu's armor. So, well, actually, I might put Mr. T's armor on it from the crossover because it looks a little better, and then I can find a cape or something.
Dude,
Cool.
And a spear.
you have a
So,
King
know.
Randor.
with his floppy legs.
Well, you know.
it's 40 plus years
Dude.
old. So, and then I also got this Imperial Toys giant 2-headed dragon. That he had over there too, and I got that down to 20. Like he had 40 on it, and I got it down to 20. But it's got the Imperial on the bottom. But
That's awesome.
so then I was having Rick Martel ride him because
As
you
you
know
would. Savage.
It's
He
savage.
looks a
you
little
know.
bit like Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. So the new Origins King Randor looks like the Burger King model.
Does he?
Yeah. it looks
lot more.
It looks
A
bad.
little less Kenny Rogers and a little more Burger King.
It looks a lot like the Burger King guy. I also got from Second Impressions comics books.
Nailed it.
I think it's this one. This golden book. The He-Man message. It's the Magic Mirrors. It's one of them, but because I have more, because I ordered a bunch from Amazon as well. So I'm good, and they all came at about the same time. So yeah, I think it's that one. I got it pretty cheap. It was like $5. Basically, I got all these other books for $5 as well from Amazon. The rest of these are Amazon.
Are they used or are they?
Yeah, they're all used ones.
nice.
Golden books.
They're golden books from the 80s, like the New Champions of Eternia, the Rock Warriors, Secret. I think it was actually Secret of the Dragon's Egg. Might have been.
This
the
art
one.
is so cool.
Isn't
And
it
then
though?
I have the Power. So a hardcover, some hardcover, some softcover, but they're all from like, 85
Nice.
with great art and stories and everything. So.
Oh, the cover on
remember
this one
having
is
these
cool
as
as
a
shit.
Isn't it?
Yeah, they're all not really damaged or anything on the
Yeah,
inside.
they're in
So
great shape.
for used, yeah, they're pretty awesome. So every Monday we do Motu Monday, and one of the things I opened up was the Origins Roton, which I have a vintage one. This one's a little bigger, has a little better guns, and the clickiness of it is less clicky sounding, which is probably good, but it still does when he rides around.
Oh, it's so cool. Look at that.
So the idea of Roton originally was it was supposed to be a flying vehicle, so these things spin and he's flying, but then they're like, well, he's also goes on the ground and stuff. So this was an Evil Warriors vehicle. So this one actually came with a little extra stuff. Basically, it was their nod to the snap tight models that came out in the 80s. You could make a Roton. You could also make a attack track. And anyway, it kind of sits on they go into pegs. So I'm trying to like talk and do it at the same time. But it comes with this little canopy and then also a faceplate, which looks really funky. That was what was on the original Snap Tight ones, and that just kind of snaps on the front somehow. Watch the video. It's watch the video that's on our YouTube
Not this
channel.
video,
Not
the
this
other
one,
one.
but the actual unboxing video.
Now
'cause-
watching you try to do it's way better.
yeah. Watching me struggle with it.
So there's a kid's name in this book.
I almost thought about calling that phone number that's in
gonna
there
ask.
as well. I haven't
See, like,
yet.
hey, you wouldn't have any He-Man laying around?
Yeah. Hey kid, you got some He-Man? But yeah, so those fit into pegs. The canopy fits in there, and then that faceplate fits in there in the front. But that's what the Snap Tight models look like. And then, like I said, they had a tack track. I think they had a Talon fighter as well. Just kind of variations of model kits that you could build for your He-Man characters.
I'll tell you what, though, that Roton in package in the store
awesome.
looks freaking amazing.
Because
It's
they have it
huge.
like tilted up in the box.
Yeah.
That is
And the artwork's great, like
It's
always.
huge.
It's
There's 2 or
large.
3 on
It's
a shelf.
probably about the size of. It's actually bigger than this box,
Yeah.
I think. Or maybe
And a
it's
lot of
like
clear
wide.
plastic.
Yeah,
Oh, look.
big old window and
cool.
everything. I think you have to put the canopy on first.
Yeah, I did it backwards.
Corey
Yeah.
ruined it.
Yeah. Anyway, and so another Motu Monday video, I unboxed Anti-Eternia He-Man. So I had to consult Pixel Dan's book to look at what this figure was. He was first released in the Classics line, but apparently he comes from. There's a comic overseas in Germany where he's a large character within the comics there. So it was really a German character that they released in the Classics line because they released everything in the Classics, and then they're finally doing the Origins line. So he's all black. He's in Anti-Eternia, the different dimension, and instead of Castle Grayskull, it's Castle Hellskull that he's in. Like,
so it's
part
like
of.
the shattered glass.
Exactly.
It's
kind of
such a
idea.
unique looking figure being
It is.
all solid black like
With
that.
that maroon colored hair and boots.
With his eyes and teeth popping out. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
off-putting.
strange.
And I really like it though too.
Yeah, and I had to get that from Amazon because I never saw one in the store.
Yeah.
And then of course when it arrived from Amazon, it was damaged. So then I had to report that to Amazon, and then got some money back, and then bought some more toys.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So he has a sword too, which is a full power sword as well. And all his weapons are black. Everything is because he's completely
Satin black.
And the nice thing on his card back, so he's showing like shooting with his sword, like the power, but it's pointing one direction. If you look at the original He-Man from Wave 1, it's actually the other. It's a mirror of the card back. It's mirroring each other
That's cool.
on their artwork, and it came out like 10 waves later, which is like the forethought of all that. It's
cool.
great. Also, I did a Wrestling Wednesday video again because Corey picked this up for me. It was
Oh yeah.
the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with his green money suit and everything. He came with a little thing of money as well.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
a little plastic thing. There's
Like a
supposed to
little
be
wad of cash.
Yeah,
My brother met that guy.
and different hand sculpts as well and everything. And yeah, it's just a great figure as well. All of these really are the WWE Classics line for the 5.5, and everything's Velcro. Yeah, it's just
I think He-Man has pink eye.
he probably does.
Yeah.
Anti.
And wash his hands after cleaning out the litter box.
Yeah.
That's how you get
Dude, I love the I don't know what it is about the Power Sword. I've always thought the Power Sword was cool.
Yeah.
it. Is.
And the last thing I finally broke down and bought
Yeah, I
one.
knew
is-
you would.
It was one of these Predator, which match up with the Masterverse scale. So it's exactly the same height as all the Masterverse figures. And it's like $11 at Walmart
Nice.
right now. So, and this supposedly has 25 points of articulation, which, well,
Challenge.
20 of them for toes and fingers. Right?
yeah, it's it could like the wrist. I wish I had like the wrist to go in, but it doesn't. Anyway, and like his shoulder movement
Push hard enough.
is limited. Yeah, exactly. But it looked. I mean, he didn't really come with any other weapons other than what he had shown right now with his arm blades and then his little laser thing up on top. But this, I saw. I don't know if the other ones come off, but his actual face
Yeah.
mask comes off, and you can actually see his face, which is
that's
kind
cool.
of the selling point for me. And he looks more like, because they have like some blue ones and some other weird colors, and I was like, this one looks the best. So now I can have like those GI Joe classified figures hunting or getting hunted by the Predator now
Nice.
in the woods or something, and do some
Yeah.
pictures of that.
Why
so.
couldn't Predator land on Eternia?
Yeah. It's going to be a super crossover. It's going to be Predator, Eternia, and Joe's all going at it. So I think that's
awesome.
I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Spoodamus.
You just need to throw in your Gwendor with the cosmic key.
Exactly. I have him.
explains
I have.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. He just shows up. He's like, "Oh, I messed up."
I'll go quick. So I've been doing the ending soonest bit, on eBay.
Yeah, it's fun to go
entirely
that.
too much because I'm tired of waiting for fucking
To
auctions
not get
be-
the auction
Yeah.
at that last second.
So, so I got this. It's a ramjet from one of the movies, whichever.
Revenge of the Fallen,
Revenge
I
of the
think.
Fallen. He was super cheap. He's missing like a couple little pieces on his shoulder,
the-
which I didn't even notice until he showed up.
Dorito Chip Seeker.
Yeah,
right.
but I like the color scheme. So.
Oh, yeah. It looks awesome.
And then I got a Beast Wars Baboom with his gun, no
Baboom.
missile. He's a triple changer.
Is this a vintage one?
Yeah.
Sweet.
He has like a little like battle station mode, which looks real bad.
Man, that giant baboon face on the front.
Which also,
Something else.
speaking of DeLoreans, I did get the Gigawatt,
Oh,
which
nice.
I did open.
You did?
Yeah,
Good.
if you want to see him.
I do. Well, when he's in monkey mode, this big cannon comes out his mouth. It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
weird looking.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre. Very bizarre.
Is his butt red?
It's
I'm not
not.
looking.
No, you should paint that.
Yeah. Just paint his butt all red.
Then I got the Transmetals 2
Oh, you did find one.
Waspinator.
You've always looked at him.
He doesn't have his weapon, which I think is like a stinger at the
I like that gold on the back.
He is
the
also a
wings.
triple changer.
This guy's feet are really freaking me out.
Yeah, I don't. That's like the worst part of him is the feet. So he also turns into a jet
It's weird.
and a wasp.
Probably with those wings.
You can see like the cockpit on his chest there, but
It's a cockpit right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I've never seen this guy before ever.
That's pretty neat. Little monkey.
and then I got some goddamn blind bags.
Oh, you said you were
I'm
done.
pretty excited about this one.
I'm pretty happy.
Dude,
with
those
what
are
I got.
they're actually really great.
They're two of the Muppets.
Those are awesome.
minifigs.
And two of the better ones.
I
too.
got
Beaker.
Beaker and Gonzo. Sorry,
The Great Gonzo.
Just woke up right before we started
I saw
recording.
That Beaker and I was
names are
Yeah.
hard.
But both those are two of the best characters.
And he's got Henrietta
yeah.
Yeah,
with him.
yeah. Having the chicken with it is just great.
Oh man.
It's too bad that that version of Beaker doesn't actually have his lab coat.
Yeah,
It's like
it
the
should.
green.
But what's speakers sound like? Okay, just checking.
And then the
That was
the other
Not at all
dudes,
like that.
Yeah.
So Dr. Bunsen.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has the green coat too, so
Oh.
it's like a set.
Right.
How much are those?
They're
pieces?
like $5.
Nice.
so-
Where did you find them?
Walmart. Walmart in Fairfield, actually.
Dang,
I haven't seen them in the Ottumwa one.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Blind bag, Spooty.
So you can usually find them on eBay, like already open, seeing them, but they're like $10 to $15.
Yeah, that's
So,
too much.
But if you're
Well, yeah,
missing
because
one,
you got to pay for someone going to all the trouble of
Yeah.
opening
Yeah.
that bag.
yeah. So, but I mean, if you got like, I
Cows.
think there's like 8 of them or something, and they'll come with like an item.
Yeah.
So I mean, Beaker's got his little
What was that, a Geiger counter?
Geiger counter
How much
thing.
money I've spent on these blind bags. My wife used to make me buy these all the time for the kids.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, I'll try to blast through some really quick too. I at Cracktastic Plasticon, the greatest toy show in Ottumwa, Iowa.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
We
Yeah.
just had our fall one, and it went pretty well. Probably our biggest one yet, I think.
Yeah.
And, it was pretty great. I got a few little Transformers there. I have a pretty complete animated line set of figures, but I don't have any of this sub-line, the activators. I didn't have any, and so I was really excited to see this Optimus there.
The worst Optimus Prime ever.
Come on, what's the?
I mean, he looks
Activators
okay.
are terrible.
His arms are terrible.
Try transforming them, and then
I will not. And then I
Just goes like this.
then there was like a nailed it. Then there were these 3 little figurines in a bag for like $1 or something or $2 or whatever. But there's a monkey and a sideswipe. But the reason I had to get it is because there was a Unicron in there, and you just don't see Unicron stuff really. They haven't made a ton of toys, so it's any chance to get one. But again, it was so cheap, and they're little die-cast, little metal figs.
Cool.
Oh man! Then went on this date with a girl, and it was really great. I know, right? And we went to Jay's. We went to Jay's West Des Moines. I'm just gonna ignore that. And she got me some little toys here. Got these. I got this little Optimus. He's got a little stabby
Boner.
boner. I have a little collection of these wind-up figures. It's mostly horror stuff, wind-ups, but I've always just liked Watto. He's really great. It's just one of my favorite characters from the prequels.
What?
Star Wars.
Star Trek.
Star
Trek.
Star Trek Wars.
Trek.
And then
Trek
dudes,
Tech Wars.
it turns out to be real.
Bros.
What?
There's a bot that's a drum set. Look at that.
Whoa.
I know.
I play drums. Do you get it?
I see.
Doesn't Bob Dabalina have one too?
Yes, he does.
Bob Dabalina have one
Bam,
too.
boom. And I think there's his name is Dumb Beat.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Dumb Beat?
Not drum beat, Dumb Beat. But anyway, I just really couldn't. It was just I didn't know he existed. I haven't done a lot of bot research or anything, but I kind of hoped there'd be one maybe. But yeah, so found him. It's pretty cool. Oh Jesus.
I don't know how he worked, and then he showed me.
Corey just got real scared real quick there. I did see him jump a little bit. I got the 2 latest superpower figures. This is Batman Who Laughs. Pretty cool. Love that packaging. So it's a modern figure in the retro style. It's packaging. It's just a neat juxtaposition, kind of. And we got the Flash. He's really fast. But pretty excited to have those. They look so good.
So much better than Aquaman.
Just got this one yesterday. It's another Shattered Glass one. It's Soundwave and comes with its comic book. But when there's a Soundwave or Blaster, I just have to get it. And this guy's so ridiculous. He's white and he's got a little headband. I can't remember exactly about his character, if he's just like a goofball and just like...
He likes to work out.
Likes to work out. Is that what it... Yeah.
To 80s music.
Yeah.
is that the War for Cybertron molds?
Yeah. The Netflix or the Walmart, the Netflix version, so that he's the boombox and not the spaceship. Yeah. And then I was really excited about this set when it was announced, and it eventually came out and got it. It's the Legacy A Hero Is Born set. And it's got Alpha Trion and Orion Pax and the Key to Vector Sigma. A neat little play set. Alpha Trion's kind of remolded from the Scourge, and Orion Pax is from the Cup mold. And it's just it's a fun episode or two of the show. Just the whole scene of, if you didn't know, Orion Pax becomes Optimus Prime.
I didn't.
Yep. So Alpha Trion's is the guy who...
That's a thing I knew.
helps turn him into the big guy. So really excited for that set. I haven't had a chance to open them yet. But
I enjoy the color scheme for the Ravage.
yeah, aren't those cool?
The blue and white.
And the tape fits in his chest?
Yep.
Sweet.
They all do.
Just one of them, not both?
Just one.
Okay.
One at a time. Yeah.
Not 6 of them all at once.
Yeah. Only in the movies they all jump out. Like,
Oh, I forgot one other thing.
Uh-huh.
This shirt.
Oh yeah.
So this
Did you
shirt,
read the back of this? It says he
I
has
haven't yet.
infectious charisma. Like when he's a Decepticon, he's like monotone.
so this shirt I also got at Cracktastic Plastic because Luane's daughter, they were packing up. They're like, "Hey, we don't want to take all these shirts with us. So anyone come by and get a free shirt." So I went through the
And-
rack and
That was pretty awesome.
yeah, and I grabbed one because I was like,
There was a stampede. It
yeah, there was actually.
3 shirts. It's like, oh my god.
So I got this Green Arrow shirt, Origin shirt, I think.
Yeah,
So-
it's awesome.
Yep. Just free. It was in my size.
So, guy stranded on island
Yes. Plus
plus
bow
bow and arrow.
equals Green Arrow.
Okay.
That's how it happens.
Yep.
Well, all right, guys. 1986. What a year. What were you doing in 1986?
I was in kindergarten.
Oh my god.
I was being born.
Oh, Eddie, don't say
Get the
those
fuck
things.
I was born in '86.
Did any of us see it in the theater?
Nope.
When it was for the 30th anniversary, I did, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's when I saw it too.
But no,
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to go to the theater.
Right, Satan and all that.
Yeah, yeah. Satan was in the Transformers movie.
Satan and all that.
Well, guys, we watched the Transformers the movie. I know there's like a million podcasts and reviews and stuff on YouTube. You know, everything that's been said about the movie's been said. But I
So
know.
moving on to Toy
So
Store?
no, like, but you know, I'm just excited to talk to you guys about your thoughts on the movie. Have you'd seen it before, or is this actually your first full time through?
First full time through.
That's exciting.
I tried watching it when I was like 18, and then I stopped because I got bored
Yeah,
because I was 18.
you were 18. Well, yeah, well, I'm surprised
Well,
you
maybe
got that far.
17. It was yeah.
he saw Alita 1 and had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, my pants
Take a
are tight.
Eddie, how about you? What's your history with the movie?
I remember renting it from Movies America in Fairfield
Oh man,
when I was
Fuck,
a child
Tina.
on VHS, and the tape was so messed up, like the tracking wouldn't work in it. So like I remember just watching it with lines through it the whole time, but I was like, "This is fantastic." And the intro, when they redid the intro for the movie, it's like so like the theme song is so much better.
It is. I
Yeah,
think I had that in there. That yeah, it was a way better version.
But yeah, I've seen it numerous times. I've actually seen it a lot. I went watching the theaters. I actually kind of fell asleep during the whole junkie on thing.
But you had seen the cartoon before the movie,
Yeah.
so you had reference and all that, and so the movie was.
I never really watched the cartoon as a kid, so it
I'm
was,
so sorry for you.
I think my favorite part of the cartoon series was the 3rd season that picked up right after the movie. I think that was kind of awesome. Like,
The whole thing that there was a season 1 and 2, and then this feature film movie in the
Yeah.
theaters. It's like not
And
a
then they just-
normal thing,
they just-
continuity wise.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then they just picked up with that story in season 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's,
so in season 3 they continue as it was 20 years later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the majority of season 3 kind of happens in space versus
Okay.
on Earth,
Yeah.
like the first couple seasons. And do you remember? What do you remember us growing up watching this? Do you remember what's your history, Spooty? What do you remember?
I don't.
Yeah, see, that's
Don't.
damn. These,
I mean, I remember seeing it a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen it dozens of times now, but
I just can't remember the order. I know we watched the cartoon as it was out. We'd run home and watch it every time, but I don't remember if we literally watched the movie between season 2 and 3, like it could have.
I wasn't alive, so I did.
Oh, okay. Well, and so everyone watched it again for this. Yeah, I had a pretty fun this last rewatch. So even in the last year, I started with episode 1, season 1 of the cartoon, with the I want to watch it all the way through so that I can watch the movie because it had just come out again and I got all the way through it, and it was really fun to just ramp up to it and watch the movie again. That was a lot of fun. But this last time, just yesterday, I got to watch it with Michelle, and she has zero reference.
interest. Oh, reference. Okay.
Well, I know.
Slash
I was, but she's cool, and she was totally invested in but it was neat to just watch it with someone who has no reference and had to. So you had to kind of watch it without all the things you knew and be ready to answer questions. But it seemed to hold up as an okay movie.
so did she ask you questions?
Not too bad.
Then
No,
she, okay, then she didn't care.
She cared, but I probably did way more of like, well, this is because I probably did too much.
So you probably
You
ruined it.
led the conversation.
I probably did a little too
your
much.
shit's gonna be
My
on
wife
the
watched it
lawn.
with me last night too
Yeah?
for the first time, and the questions she asked didn't reference the movie. Like, there's a part where they talk about petro rabbits.
Right.
She's like, "What are petro rabbits?" I was like,
I
don't know.
"Rabbits." Like they're
Making
just
shit
like
up.
they're not even like that's not important. Don't ask me about that. But I'm like,
beryllium baloney
Yeah.
or whatever.
But I'm like, well, this guy voiced this person, and he was voicing this one. And she's like, okay, like, what is this about? And I was like, that's nothing to do with the story.
If you had said the guy that did Optimus Prime's voice also did Eeyore, she would have been like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
She did say something about how she didn't like Scatman Crothers' voice, and I was like, that's Hong Kong Phooey. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah. And she's like,
That's
all right. Like,
Now I don't like Hong Kong Phooey.
Number one super guy, man.
Jazz your guy.
Jazz is my dude. I love Jazz. It's my favorite Transformer. I named my cat after him.
Aw.
So
Well, I see a couple of you have some notes, things here, maybe questions, things you want to discuss, and
Well, I mean, I just went through it as I was watching it. So I was going to watch it with Ethan, my son, one night, and then I got busy, and I'm just going to watch it at work now because I don't have anything to do at work, so I'm just going to. And then I saw I didn't actually do any work. So I took notes. Mainly, it was just I was watching and just putting down kind of random thoughts. I put on the whole cast to see, because it's a fairly loaded cast, voice acting.
Yeah.
for real.
Not only of like your normal voice actors like Frank Welker and Peter Cullen and all these people.
But some
Chris,
A-list actors ish.
yeah, because you have Orson Welles in his last role.
Stacy Keach.
Stacey Keaton?
Yeah, he was in there. He was.
No.
No, he wasn't.
Orson
Wait.
Welles actually
Robert
died before
Stack.
this movie
Robert
came out.
Stack. That's it.
Leonard
That's who I was thinking
Nimoy
of. Is
and-
Robert Stack, not Stacy Keach.
Yeah,
I'm
Lionel
stupid.
Stander and John Muschetta, the Micro Machines guy.
Yeah.
And as Blur, which was great. Like I really appreciate like that Blur is like voiced by him.
Yeah.
because he's moving all the
So,
and he's talking really fast.
That was one of my main questions was, did everybody, when you were kids playing with Blur, try hard to talk like...
Oh, yeah.
I never had Blur or played with
No,
Transformers.
but I
as a
mean,
kid, so.
all of the people who like Transformers at the table.
He did the voice for animated Blur too in 2007.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He came back and did the voice for Blur on that.
With Cliff Jumper as Casey Kasem, Cliff Jumper does a countdown, which I thought was very
Yeah.
on the nose. It was like, oh, he's doing a countdown. It's Casey Kasem.
Yeah, it was
the rock music, quote unquote rock music.
Oh, Vince DiCola
It's-
scores.
Well, I have an issue with that
Oh,
score of it.
come on.
It reminded me a lot of heavy metal, which did it a
It
lot
does.
better.
Yeah.
Which they had, it had more songs and actually relevant songs to like the action. My problem was that, so when Optimus is, spoiler alert, when Optimus is dying and he's fighting Megatron, they're playing Eye of the Touch, but it's like the lamest song to be playing while you're fighting
got the
somebody.
touch.
Yeah.
No,
It's like-
no. You're talking about the touch?
Yeah.
That song
song.
is fantastic.
It could have been fine
guys
as
are
the
gonna
credits
fight.
for the credits, but like they immediately go to like a dramatic score after that when he's like actually almost dying. So they play that song and then he's like falling over, and now they're actually playing something dramatic. Like play something dramatic when they're fighting. Like actually do that.
No,
Yeah.
I can't agree.
Yeah.
That's my
It
favorite
took
part
all,
of the movie.
All the songs took me out of every scene that they were in because they didn't match what was happening on the screen. Like I wish they just would have kept with an actual score, with either synthesizers or strings or
A
something,
lot of
Oh,
and made it.
songs.
Yeah, put the songs at the end, the titles, and then have a soundtrack. That's fine. But when your actual action is happening, like music is so important. And you should know this most from doing movies, is that the music within the scene should at least reflect and amp up the scene. All of the stuff I was either distracted by the actual lyrics or that it didn't fit the tone of what was actually happening. And it was kind of sad that it didn't fit. There were parts that was like, oh, this is really good, where they did something dramatic and had dramatic music, and then they did something that wasn't, and it's like,
I can totally see what you're saying. There's moments
can
where the
see it.
music doesn't.
You can have a soundtrack. That's fine. You can have all those songs on a soundtrack.
And I think it would be really cool. I mean, we all love the soundtrack, and we, for us, nostalgic wise, but it might be really cool because the score to the cartoon is really fucking
That's
good
like in
too.
the new movies. The score in the new movies
So
is great.
maybe it would be cool to have the '86 movie rescored with the show music, the dramatic stuff for those scenes. There's a great nostalgia-ness to that music too. It could be cool.
I will say this though.
I think there was probably a worry that, like, if there's sections without dialogue and just action,
Sure.
that people would get bored also.
I
So they put
suppose.
songs in that had,
But
singing.
Stan Bush is the
but-
touch. When Optimus Prime says Megatron must be stopped no matter the
Oh,
cost,
goosebumps.
and transforms into a truck, rolls into battle to that song, transforms, jumps into the sky, shoots down like 5 Decepticons to this song. That's hands down my favorite part of the whole movie.
It could have been a better song.
No, it could.
It could have been something.
Do you realize that
more dramatic.
Stan Bush wrote that song for Sylvester Stallone or Lou Gossett Jr.? That's what the song was wrote for, and it ended up in a Transformers movie, which is kind of sad. But
Yeah.
I love that song.
Oh, that's a great
You can, like I
scene.
said, you can have the song, but I don't want it in an action scene. Like it's not powerful enough to be like what's happening. Like he's dying now. It's like, and they're gonna fight to the death. Like they were fighting to the death. Like have something that's
It's a little too. It's a little too positive.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
too soft
Sounding.
and it's too positive.
So if they change the lyrics to "You just got touched,"
I don't think it has anything to do with the lyrics.
No.
I think it's the actual
tone
music
the
of it.
song,
Exactly.
yes.
never would have occurred to me to think anything
I know.
about that at all.
I know. Well, that's what's great about the outside perspective. It's great.
Yeah.
What else you got over there?
So it's Hot
What else
Rod's
are you and Eddie
fault
gonna fight
that
about?
Right.
The
No,
Optimus Prime
I'm not
dies.
fighting. It just
that's
it's such
a
good
major
scene.
that's a major contention. Is it Hot Rod's fault?
It is.
Is it
Optimus-
though?
It is.
Is it Cup's fault
How is it Cub's fault?
for distracting? Doesn't he? Why-
No,
why-
he tells Hot Rod to stay away.
He's like, don't.
That's
Because
Optimus's fight.
it's like his dad. It's a surrogate dad that he's like Cup is. Like I like the relationship of Cup and Hot Rod, of like that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
they have a cool relationship.
the elder statesman and like trying to train this Hot Rod, literal Hot Rod. But yeah, that's Hot Rod's fault that Optimus Prime dies. And then Soundwave, Megatron's only real friend.
Right. That might be true.
Starscream kicks him when he's down.
Literally.
Yeah, he's like.
But that's what he does.
So
That's what he
then,
does.
so then I was like, so Megatron is Galvatron. I didn't
Yep.
realize that. I thought they were like two completely different.
Hey,
people.
guess what?
Yeah. I was like, oh, he turns him into that. Okay,
Unicron
that's
turns
cool.
him into.
So
But that's what's neat. That's another thing with the movie. Like, no one else in the movie really acknowledges that. None of the Autobots really acknowledge that.
hey, you're someone. You look totally
Galvatron-
different.
Yeah,
than
you-
what we've been fighting.
Yeah, which is neat. And even some of the Decepticons don't even
yeah,
seem to acknowledge that.
I never.
Where's
got that.
Megatron and why are you?
Yeah.
Which it's weird,
But
but
don't they explain that when Galvatron comes and
he just
interrupts-
shows
He
up.
just kind of shows up and
shows
starts
up,
he
blow-
blowing.
interrupts.
And then I start
interrupts,
blasting.
Starscream's coronation, and Starscream says, "Megatron."
Right, that's the only real moment of
And then
maybe
he's like,
they know. Yeah, it's just a weird little.
Turns into
neat-
a way better gun than Megatron.
So I had. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, my point of view is so skewed from the first draft reading at TFCon. Like, that would have been such a better movie.
The first draft.
I was thinking about that because I listened to your
Were they
guys'
talking about
episode,
doing
and I was thinking
Optimus
about
Prime's
that.
origin?
Well,
Is that
Bumblebee dies.
I hate Bumblebee.
Optimus doesn't.
He hates.
right?
Everybody hates Bumblebee.
Well, actually, no. I think
for me.
Optimus still died, but Ultra Magnus wasn't a terrible character.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus doesn't have. He's not the best dude in this movie.
I mean, he tried. He even says he's not a
tried.
leader. And
Yeah,
He says he's a
he
warrior.
owns
He's
up to
not.
it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even want this Matrix
But he ends up. He actually gets the Matrix in the
in the other.
first draft, and so he's
So he gets-
he's without the battle armor.
Okay.
So he looks like a white version of Optimus before, and then
Sweet.
becomes Ultra Magnus after.
He was great in Transformers Prime. I liked him a lot in Transformers Prime.
I liked him a lot in the Transformers Netflix series.
I also have Unicron is basically Galactus, and then
Pretty
now
much.
and now Megatron / Galvatron is now becomes the heralds of Galactus, basically Scourge, the Sweep, Cyclonus as the tracker and warriors and stuff like that. So I
Yep,
was like,
yep.
man, that's really, which makes sense because Marvel did a lot of the
Yeah.
the comics and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
might as well steal that as well. And I was like, Starscream dies? I didn't realize that was going to happen.
Yeah, right? Isn't
like-
that the
as
saddest
Galvatron
part of
killed-
the whole movie?
It wasn't
No.
sad. I was
Screw
just like,
Optimus dying. But when Starscream bites it, it's like,
Wait, did
wow,
Starscream
it's gone
turn
so
gray? I
fast.
don't remember.
He did.
Yeah,
he
Ash.
like turned
Ash.
gray and then
Oh,
turned
that's
into
right.
Ash.
That's right.
yeah, and then he stepped on his crown.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Jazz and Cliff Jumper dead from Unicron? That was just
No.
a question. Because it looked like they died at that when I
But a whole bunch of them died in the beginning.
yeah. Oh yeah, then Spike just said, "Oh
That's
shit."
sad. Yeah, he
When-
did.
Yeah, he
when
said
failed
shit.
explosion of Unicron.
Yeah, dropping some swear words in
yeah.
the kids' movies. Yeah, there was that was the biggest change from TV series to movie was actual death. Because
Right.
there wasn't any in the
Right.
TV series.
There's a lot. I mean, the destruction of a planet by a Unicron is he's coming in and just like eating
yeah,
planets.
with weird little robot children. That's
Yeah.
like, how do they grow up?
And like, what about the
Swap
the scenes
parts.
with like the judges with the Quintessons? Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just like straight killing people,
Oh yeah, into the pit of
Innocent, guilty,
Sharkticons.
just you're gone.
innocent,
innocent.
and then they just drop them into a pit.
Like, oh, fuck.
Grimlock is like a big puppy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like all
That's-
Dinobots.
It was-
Other than
kids.
the shitty movie, the most recent shitty movie, he's kind of a puppy in all of the iterations of Transformers and that have Grimlock in them.
Just the way he talks, you
And
know.
the way he
It was
acts, yeah.
hilarious. Michelle, like, kind of hated Grimlock right at first. She's like, he's this big, strong dude, and he talks like an idiot.
Because he is an idiot.
Right. But then, like, by the end, she's like, oh,
Yeah.
man, he's so cute.
I liked how all the Dinobots are like around Cup, like as he's telling war stories, and they're just like,
Yeah.
"Tell us war stories."
Yeah.
Be Grimlock like story.
They're a bunch of kindergartners.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's basically like
Yep.
what big kids.
Giant kindergartners.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ultra Magnus dies? Question mark. By sweeps, and then I put an arrow down. Ultra Magnus alive
Yay,
because
they brought him back.
of Wreck-Gar and the Trashticons / Junkium. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what they're
Junkions.
called. I was like Trashticons. Oh wait, they're called Junkiums.
That's
what-
maybe a better name.
Garbage bots.
and then they rebuild him. But at the time I wrote it, he had died.
And Eric Idle was a good choice for that.
Yeah.
He
Eric
was
Idle a
great,
good
wasn't
choice.
he?
Galvatron
Yeah.
gets the Matrix.
I don't think I liked Eric Idle's bubble, like whatever, like he had marbles in his mouth.
Yeah,
when-
they
Yeah.
changed his voice up.
I didn't like that. Like it was, I didn't mind that it was there. It was way too much. I've always thought that, like his voice was altered way too much. It just sounds like he's talking.
But Elgin, Dare to Be Stupid, at least that was a
No.
good song in the middle, right?
No,
It was
Oh,
an
come
okay song.
on!
I think that song made the least amount of sense to me of all
Yeah.
of them.
But it's such a good song.
It is.
It's a good song outside the movie.
It
Alright.
made maybe the least amount of sense, but like also like kind of fit the best
Yeah, it felt that
'Cause they're
fit the
kind of-
montage.
at the same
of the-
time.
I
Because it's
think
just
that-
dumb.
I think probably they just like wanted to. They wanted to use Weird Al as a selling point for the movie
Yeah.
more than
They
anything
want,
else.
they want that Weird Al bump.
Yeah.
Right.
If you've watched
it's
the
really
movie.
big.
I
in
haven't
the
yet, but I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about that one.
Yeah. So then I have King Grimlock controls the Sharkticons. It was just a note.
There, yeah, it becomes part of the
Yeah.
story later in the lore.
Then you fight with Wreck-Gar, Q, Weird Al. Q, Weird Al, Dare to Be Stupid, but why? Question mark.
Put down the chainsaw and listen to me.
And then I have, why not just dramatic music, synth strings, etc., power rock.
Or at least one of Weird Al's songs with an accordion, like one of the polkas. Would
Yeah.
have been
that's like my okay. So we talked about music, the touch scene. Like that's my
Which scene when Which touch? Which
Stan Bush is the touch. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we talked
touching
about
scene?
that. That's my favorite part. Like when Optimus rolls into battle,
Yeah.
absolute favorite part. The dare to be stupid part is my absolute least favorite part. I hate watching that part
Really?
Eddie.
Because the
because I
worst.
hate that song.
But the worst part of the whole movie is their stupid line dance that they do.
Oh, yeah, I have
when
that too.
everyone's
Okay.
dancing around,
Dance with Retgar.
chanting "Ba weep, grana weep, ninny bong" over and over, and dance like they're doing a
Hi,
chorus
Corey.
line. Hey, what?
You said the greeting. I was
Oh
just
yeah.
reading you
Oh
back.
right.
I
Okay.
think-
Yeah. The international. The
I think
International.
Stan Bush's The Touch is like the worst song in the whole movie.
Which one?
No.
What movie?
The Touch.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
not-
the worst song in the whole movie.
got touched.
I lift weights to that song, bro.
Yeah.
I deadlifted
That
505
explains a lot.
pounds to that song.
Humble brag.
Humble brag, because it gave me like the inspiration to
The
do
touch.
it. It gave me the touch.
Touched him.
Touched me. Right
I love
here.
you, Eddie. That might be the lamest story I've ever heard.
Deadlifting to the touch. Unicron transforms to destroy Cybertron. It seems like the planet Unicron was more powerful than robot form. Because he seems to get killed pretty quickly when he goes into robot form as they go through his eyeballs. And then when he's a planet, he's just destroying planets along the way and everything, bases.
It's a little known fact that he was actually his eye was shot out with a Red Ryder BB gun.
It fits.
Oh, but that transformation, seeing
that was
he
cool.
looks so
The
cool.
transformation was
Canon.
cool.
Yeah, not as he's way more defenseless
Yeah.
as a robot. And
Someone had mentioned that like he did it, the hubris of him was he he's a big robot now. He's like, I'm more powerful now because I'm this robot, but
he really
he
wasn't.
really wasn't.
That's a good point.
Hot
No,
Rod.
it's like an armadillo showing its belly.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
yep.
Hot Rod turns into Rodimus Prime with the Matrix. Use it to destroy Unicron.
That's what happens
lit-
to all the primes, though. Like they get the Matrix and
They
they
become
become
a
a
Ryan
different character.
Pax looked like that.
He lit
And
their
then-
darkest hour.
He turns into a Winnebago now
Space Winnebago. Thank you.
with flames on it.
But I mean, he does. Hot Rod does
So, yeah,
touch.
those
He
are-
does touch the Matrix as it's falling out of Optimus Prime's chest as he's like.
So he might have imprinted them.
yeah,
is
exactly.
kind of what happened.
I mean,
and-
some foreshadowing, I guess. If you. Really
so did you
wanna
know that those
think
were
about it.
two? That was one. That they weren't two different characters.
I mean, I
They
only
look a lot more alike.
I
probably.
I only knew that they were the same character from the Transformer that you had
Mhm.
one time talking about.
Oh yeah.
And I-
Mhm. That does both.
yeah. And I kind of was like, oh yeah, he's going to turn into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus Megatron and Galvatron
Right.
look way different.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Galvatron falling into outer space forever. He's just
It picks up in the beginning of season
but
3.
then flies
Yep.
yeah,
through space.
yeah. He's
in other
He's
parts
fine.
of the
Don't
movie.
worry.
okay.
What's cool
I was
about
worried
what's cool
he
about
was
it?
gonna die forever.
I forgot the name. Goo. He lands on Goo. Is that the name of the planet that he lands on in the beginning of season 3? And he like just lives in this tar
So
pit
he's
for.
stuck in
and he
in
like
some goo for.
he goes fucking insane. Like season 3, Galvatron is out of his mind.
Yeah.
Like just the
It's awesome.
craziest badass.
Yeah.
He's just unhinged. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you should watch. They're all on YouTube. You should watch.
I've only seen season 3 once. I got it on DVD. I got them all on DVD, but I only watched season 3 once.
Yeah, they're all on YouTube.
Season 3 is good. Season 4, not as much.
It's just a 3-episode closer. Season 4.
Yeah.
With 75 characters introduced.
Toys. Got to sell toys.
It's
It's just
it's an
just
hour's
an
worth of
hour
commercials.
of characters being named
Yep.
and flying across the screen.
My last note is the Unicron's head is flying forever into outer space or orbiting Cybertron now. So it's like
It's a moon.
it's a moon. now.
Yep, and the head comes back in the
Does it?
next
Okay.
season and still terrorizes a little bit. So it continues.
That's all I had for notes. That's the movie.
Nice. That's a nice little walkthrough.
Yeah.
Did you like it though, other than the music part, or did that turn you off too much?
I don't think I'd watch it again.
My heart's
Unless we
broken.
talk about it again, then I'd have to rewatch it. It's not something that,
Yeah.
just like the Joe movie, it's not
Right.
something that
Oh.
it's
Yeah, but
it's probably
the
better.
difference is-
It's probably better than the Joe movie, but I do like the music better in the Joe movie because it was more appropriate to the action that was happening within it.
I think the difference between the Transformers movie and the Joe movie, though, is that Joe fans think that the Transformers movie is good.
So we just got to get Ethan to want to watch the Transformers movie
Right.
again.
Yeah.
So I think they did the thing in the Joe movie where they just had action sequence with like just music with nothing else, and like I thought that got real boring
Yeah.
because it was just they're just shooting each other for like 10 minutes.
There was a lot
That's
of
true.
shooting.
A lot of
yeah.
shooting.
Yeah.
Eddie, you made some notes. What do you have anything you wanted to
You can't read
talk
any of
about?
it.
I'm trying to read
This
my
movie?
honestly trying to read my writing.
Chicken scratchings.
No. So one thing that bothered me was like the inconsistent animation of it. Like if you watched the movie, there was a lot of scenes that had really good cell shading, but then there was also scenes that like it looked like the G1 cartoon. Which I'm not knocking the G1 cartoon, but when you look at the difference in the animation, it's way better.
Especially
that-
the intro of it was very
Yeah, the
much done better than.
The movie in general
Yeah.
is light years above the cartoon
Right.
in animation.
But like for instance, when they form Devastator and they're like breaking down that wall, it looks like just a big green
Another-
block, like hitting a wall.
I'm sure
Yeah.
like it's probably a time and money
Yes.
thing
Yeah.
as they got further along.
And there's a part when Unicron gets his eye blown out, and then it shows him like fighting the Autobots that are flying around him, and both of his eyes are there, and it's like,
Continuity.
you guys never learn. You guys put Decepticon logos on Autobots and Autobot.
I did
logos.
like Devastator. That was a cool.
I mean, even
they
in
form
the
together.
War for Cybertron, like they kill Soundwave and then like he's back.
Yeah.
And like 3 scenes later, like walking around in the background.
the War for Cybertron.
Like they're still doing that shit.
I'm gonna say like I didn't like the three shows on Netflix. I wasn't a big fan.
Really?
They were okay. I enjoyed watching them. Like, they were just.
Man, I liked him a lot.
And okay, so there was a lot of things in the movie that the Autobots did or characters did that they incorporated in toys, and they only did them like one time. Like
Yeah.
Hot Rod shades, you only see it one time ever, but yet he's in every Masterpiece Hot Rod figure. He's got the shades, he's got the fishing pole,
the pizza cutter,
yep,
or
he's got the pizza cutter, the little welder, like to fix
Yep.
cup, and I always thought that was kind of cool. Like even little things they always put back into the
I
characters.
didn't realize that he came
Or-
with that fishing pole. That was like the one thing
masterpiece.
I wanted
Yeah.
to know was who made a Transformer-sized fishing pole for him.
In the Studio Series 86 version of Cup, they made his arms and legs detachable so you
Yep.
could play
Oh,
out
nice.
the little scene of him getting chewed up.
And they did that like the G1 show did that like
Yeah,
Optimus Prime's axe. You see it once in the whole G1 series,
but always
but
has.
it's always got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like my wife watched with me, and she's like not really into Transformers. Like she'll watch it. She likes the new movies, but like I remember one thing that stuck out is like, when Unicron's first eating that first planet,
Yeah.
and there's like the chomping noise.
Right.
Like my wife's like, why is it making that noise? He does not have a mouth. Like there's no lips on his mouth.
Yeah.
So like she brought that up, and I was like, it's for a child.
This
Like
is a kid's.
just get out of here.
Sound doesn't travel in space.
Yeah, Orson Welles actually really liked voicing Unicron because he got a kick out of the idea that robots were eating other robots.
Yeah.
Like, he was,
He was just really into eating things.
yeah.
The Starscream kicks Megatron. Like my wife, I laughed at it, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious!" Just him like, like kicking him.
On the way out,
Like,
let's run away.
I hate Hot Rod. I don't like him.
I kind of wished at the end he did one of these, like, because it's
Jed
voiced by
Nelson.
Jed Nelson.
Yeah.
He got Optimus killed, but we all know why all the Autobots got killed in this movie. Like all the characters that got killed in this movie were killed because they wanted to replace the toys.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's like I see why they did it, but it's like I still don't
But
like
gosh
Hot Rod.
dang it. Yeah.
And there's like so many like fan favorites, like Wheeljack. Like Wheeljack died in it. Windcharger died.
How'd you feel
Not
about
fucking Bumblebee.
How'd you feel about Wheelie?
I hate Willie.
Everybody hates Wheelie.
Did
It
you
actually
find
says
Wheelie
on my
in his
list.
rhymes? Did
It
he
says
get
on my
annoying?
list right here.
I think he fit in with what they were trying to do in the plot, but
But it sucks.
it was.
Does your note say "fuck Wheelie"?
I mean, he was basically
It says fuck Hot
he was
Rod.
basically a plot device to like move because he had
them
to. They had to.
Dinobots,
Yeah, they had to get from point A to point B. So he was the one leading them there.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have had anybody really.
They should have had anybody really.
I mean, it's so interchangeable. They could have just had.
They could have just not made his voice like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's
if his voice was just like a
It's
normal,
like
like, hey, like a little kid, like they could have made him a little kid's voice.
It's like the cartoon version of Megan Fox. Like any anybody, literally anybody, could have been Megan Fox in the Transformers movies.
Yeah, true that.
And it would have.
Oh, they did.
No
They replaced her in
difference.
the third one.
Yeah,
But they needed those man hands.
yeah,
She
and
had
her
man-
weird half thumb.
club thumbs.
All right. All right. This is getting out of control. I think we
Cannot see it now.
one last note. What do you got? We're gonna move
don't-
on.
He's got the touch.
He does.
No.
This guy over here.
I'd probably say it like, okay, so who's your favorite, well, Transformer fans, who's your favorite new Autobot and your favorite new Decepticon? That was
That's a good
introduced in the
question.
from the movie.
From the movie.
Wheelie.
Don't even. You
Get
just
the fuck
said.
out.
Yeah.
Astroglide.
No.
Astro Train wasn't a new character.
I said Astroglide.
He's not in the movie.
It's lube.
I think RC kicks a lot of ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty great. I also like Cyclonus a lot.
Yeah.
That dirty voice of his is so great.
I do like the Sharkticons. Those are pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm
They're
gonna go
always
with
hungry.
Galvatron because
Leonard Nimoy.
that voice, it's iconic, and he made that character so much better than Megatron.
Right, just when you thought
Yeah.
Megatron was just the meanest son of a bee in the, then Galvatron comes along. And
And-
you're like, oh, this guy's mad.
Yeah.
The toy itself, so much better.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is it?
Who's your favorite
Well,
new character?
now it is.
Sweetie?
Cyclonus is up there. Also,
Cyclonus
it's-
was a great toy. The G1 Cyclonus was a great toy too, and yeah,
The G1 Galvatron's not a
no,
great toy either, but it is better than Megatron's.
Yeah.
What about you, Eddie?
Favorite new Autobot? Design-wise, it'd be Ultra Magnus. But character-wise, it was probably Cup. Probably my favorite. Cup or Springer.
Yeah.
Decepticon, Scourge. I liked him.
Yeah.
And I like the part in the scene where he's talking. They're both like, because Cyclonus is a jet and like Scourge is like a ship, and he's like goes to talk to like Galvatron, and his like head pops up out of his like, and he's talking to him. And the one thing that I thought was cringe of the movie was, when they're talking about Ultra Magnus is talking about Unicron, and his like line is, he's worse than all the Decepticons put together, and it's like.
Well, yeah.
But it's like you could have said combined or like made it sound a little bit. It just sounds kind of like it sounds like a little kid's like wrote that line. But I love the movie. I understand some people don't like it. My wife was like,
Sure.
my wife did kind of enjoy it, and after we got on, she's like, okay, so can we watch like the new movie tomorrow night? And I was like, yes. So I'm gonna go and watch 2007 Transformers. But
Awesome.
sweet.
I love the movie. I understand it's not very good, and like I said, I fell asleep during the last time I watched it. But
I got to see it in the theater when they re-released it, like last year, year before, whenever.
yeah, that's when I watched it.
And did you stay for the mini doc after the credits?
I think you watched it. They did it. They've done it like twice in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I went and watched it in Iowa City. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and then they redid it again because I was talking to Jason about it after I'd already went and
Yeah.
seen it like a year or so later.
Okay. Yeah, because when I went to see it, they had a mini doc after it that was like all about all the music, and the documentary like about all of the music behind the Transformers is actually really good.
It's better than the actual music.
It's better than the actual music, but it also may kind of shed a little bit of light on, like, if you can find the mini doc about it, it might shed a little more light on the music choices that they made, and
I'll take
it's really good.
I just know that that theme song that plays at the end
It's awesome.
It fucking rocks.
The new
it's-
Transformers
it's
theme
metal.
song
It's
is-
like
It's fucking
it's
good.
good.
it's really
Yeah.
fucking good.
It gets you jacked.
I remember, like the first time I saw that movie, like, was probably '87 when it finally came out. Because you remember, like, it took fucking forever for movies to come
Yeah.
out on video.
Yeah.
But can you deadlift to it?
What?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, like I went over to my neighbor's house, my grandma's neighbor. His name was Wes Fox, and they rented it, and like that was the first time seeing it for me, and like thinking, like, wow, the theme song is so much better.
Yeah.
You can't play it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna play it.
Well, all right. That was fun. I'm really glad we all got to watch the movie and we got to finish off the trilogy of our films and like somebody probably said, you can watch this on YouTube. There's a it's up there.
Unless
That's
we
really
decide
the
to
only
do
place.
the He-Man Secret of the Sword movie also.
Oh yeah, we got lots more movies
well.
that we can go
That
through
one's
for
actually
sure.
really good.
We just started with the big main three, but
Sure.
But let's take a quick break. We're going to tell you all about our podcast network, the PFPN. It's the place where all the cool kids hang out.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back. And speaking of cool kids, here's Elgin.
All right, today's store that we're going to is called Back In Time Collectibles. It's a different store than Back In Time Comics and Toys
Way different.
because it's on a different side of the country. It's at 194 South Street. That's not a typo.
South.
Yeah, S. Dot South. So I'm guessing that's South Street.
It's south of something.
Yes, it's south of South Street.
It's not to be confused with South Street South.
Yes,
Oh, my God.
in Gastonia, North Carolina, or North Kakalaka if you're from local. Anyway, it's stacked floor to ceiling with Motu Transformers, TMNT, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe Wrestlers, and Power Rangers, and etc.
Do they have the brown Power Ranger?
No, but we do.
We sure do. Heck yeah,
That's
we do.
Back In Time Collectibles. This was mentioned by Corey because of a DeLorean.
No.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Complete and total different group. Not even a toy group on
Right.
Facebook. It's like an old.
You're in
like,
too many groups.
No, it's like a vintage like Toyota group, and this dude, the dude that owns the store, owns a Toyota pickup that's like it's a clone of the Marty McFly pickup from Back to the Future, and so he posted in there, like in this group, a picture of him. I think I might be wrong. Maybe no, he wasn't pulling it, but they were parked together. He's like, "Hey, I just picked up this DeLorean that I'm going to do a time machine conversion to match my Marty McFly truck." And so I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna creep on this guy's Facebook profile, and saw that he's the owner and operator of Back In Time Toys. So I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, this is really awesome. I do a podcast. We're gonna feature your toy store, and I'll let you know. So now I got to go find
Now you gotta
that
go talk to him.
post.
And now he's heard all of that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's Back In Time Collectibles, 194 S. Dot South Street, Gastonia, North Carolina.
Cackalack.
North Kakalaka.
All right, that sounds awesome. Let's go there.
Yes.
All right. Up next, we're going over to that Corey guy. He's going to be talking toys.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic
Starting
Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers talk toys.
So do it.
Hey, so, in case you didn't notice by now, we've been talking about the 1986 Transformers movie.
That's what it was. Okay.
I've been paying attention.
Yeah, right.
Jason's too busy thinking about his pain.
What is that?
So, we
I'll
obviously
Google
we
it.
put the question forth to everybody. Jeremy Sample has an opinion about the movie. His opinion is great. Great movie. Great
knew I
songs.
liked him.
Favorite scene is when Hot Rod opens the Matrix and kicks Galvatron's $$. $$. I'm pretty sure he meant to say ass, but he was raised Baptist like me, so he's not supposed to say ass in a public forum.
Yeah.
Shannon Bagley, who happens to be Shannon Bagley, who happens to be Jeremy's cousin,
Oh, okay.
said, I was reading an article the other day where it was saying that Optimus Prime's death traumatized kids back in '86. Kids were crying in the movie theaters when he died, and Corey Canny replied, "Hilarious."
No. Insane Mike is one of those kids. He saw it in the theater.
Yeah,
and
he
literally
cried like a
bawled.
little bitch.
Yeah, he did. Well, yeah, he did.
Ken Tomlin loved this. Seeing it in the theater when it was first released, Hot Rod became one of my top 5 favorite Transformers because of this movie. 2 favorite things about this movie. 1, the animation was so much better than the regular cartoons on TV. 2, they killed off characters in it. Even as a kid, I loved how Optimus Prime died. One of the best animated movies of all times, in my humble opinion.
Ken, that's dark.
It's a little dark. Turnip says, nothing like a corporation murdering one of your surrogate father figures right in front of your eyes for
Right?
profit.
Oh,
Also hilarious.
so true.
Willis Wheeler, what you talking about? Well, let's see. Amazing and a classic because people still talk about it today, like we just did.
Yeah.
Hey, he's correct.
Let's see. Cobra Supremo over on the Instagrams. He said, it's a goddamn cinematic masterpiece.
I hope he sounds like that.
Me
Yeah,
too.
What if he does?
He does.
What else would he
I
say?
sound just like him. He thought he heard himself on the. Let's see. Mike Siebert.
Seibert?
Mike Seibert? No.
Cybertron.
Oh, Jason Seaver. Seaver. Mike
one is
Seibert, radio podcast TFco ... He said, I mean, I'm sitting here on the Group W bench. Oh, no. It's from Alice's Restaurant, you troglodyte. I mean, it's okay, but seriously, one of the fun things about revisiting the movie as an adult is identifying with the more mature characters like Cup and Ultra Magnus. So basically, like, oh, now that I'm an old man and grumpy, I identify with crotchety old Cup and crotchety old
Yeah, that
Ultra
sounds
Magnus.
like Mike. But he's a big fan of the movie.
Hey, go Mike, go Mike. You think it's okay? Oh, he did okay. So I'm sorry, I wasn't. He did. I mean, it's okay. Winky face emoji. I was not thorough.
Internet sarcasm.
So, that's it.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Well, yeah. So when this episode comes out, leave us some comments on what you thought of the movie. It'd be nice.
Masterpiece.
Some say.
And the music's great. The music's great, no matter what you say.
It's not really.
It's great.
I mean,
Well, before we go, I definitely want to remind everyone to head over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. It's where, if you like what you hear and you want to support us and help us out, that's
Give
where
us
you
money.
do it. Well, that's what it means, but you get stuff for it too, like hanging out on a chat.
We might even toy hunt for you.
That's true. We do. Well, Elgin said, "Hell no, nobody finds me
No.
shit."
Hey,
people find you
gotta get
things
some
all
more
the time.
Mojo people in that.
I got you shit.
It totally worked. Turnip
but
finally
you're
got
not
his
the exclusive.
Cosmos.
To be fair, I've sent you guys pictures and said, "Hey, do you need this?"
Yeah,
That's true.
that's
Not to me.
I did you too.
I usually don't need the thing that you
I know, that's why I was like, don't even say it. Like, he's got this. Like, I know he's got this.
That's the problem.
And now you got a King Randor, so it's like, if I ever fight a King Randor, I can send it to him. Like, hey, do you need this? But now he's got one, so it's like,
Yeah. If you find the rest of the parts, you can send them over.
and that's patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. Head over there. Well, all right, guys. What do you say we get out of here?
I didn't know it was going to be a fight when I brought Eddie tonight.
Well,
Well, I
that's what
think you
happens.
did.
what are you talking about? Fight? There wasn't a fight.
You see?
Well, let's head out
He's
to the
getting
parking
all-
lot and get.
You're a little bit extra, Eddie. You're a little
All
bit
right, we'll
extra.
see you guys later. Bye bye.
Say goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.